Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we're following two big breaking stories for you this afternoon, including a worker who has died after falling 75 feet from a catwalk at the site of the Little Caesars Arena. But first, we start with our first look at the man being called a person of interest in the disappearance of Danielle Stieslicki. Just within the hour, Floyd Galloway faced a judge. He's charged with kidnapping, criminal sexual conduct, and assault charges in a separate case where a woman was attacked while jogging in Hines Park in Livonia. Local 4's Sean Lay was in the courtroom for this. And Sean, I understand that you just learned Galloway is being investigated for a sex assault in another Metro Detroit community.
That is a breaking situation, Evrod, something that is unfolding and confirmed to Local 4. That is true. Galloway, Floyd Galloway Jr. appeared in court here in Livonia, hit with those long list of charges, allegedly connecting him to a sex assault that happened here in Livonia last fall. Now, police in Allen Park are confirming at this noon to Local 4, they too are taking a very hard look at Floyd Galloway Jr. for a sex assault that happened in their community just days ago. It is the first time we're seeing Floyd Galloway Jr. of Berkeley now facing a long list of serious charges in connection with the brutal sexual assault of a jogger in Hines Park last September 4th. Galloway arrested at his job yesterday.
Surprised. And as I said before, we'll deal with it in court. We had no idea these charges were coming. We have a public forum to address these issues, and that's what we're going to do.
A $750,000 cash bond set for Galloway today. The judge sealing details about the case, saying it's tied to another case. Galloway is a person of interest in the disappearance of Danielle Stieslicki last December. Galloway worked security at Stieslicki's job in Southfield. Galloway has not been charged in the Stieslicki disappearance, but also new this noon. Police in Allen Park releasing this sketch of a man wanted for a sex assault that happened this past June the 10th. Allen Park investigators have reached out to Livonia police to compare cases. Galloway is married. His lawyer says his wife supports him. And you were saying wife stands by him?
Yes, she does. Yeah.
All right, back here live, Farmington Hills Police Department that is investigating the disappearance of Danielle Stieslicki just putting out this statement to Local 4 in the last few seconds. They are saying the combined evidence collected from the Livonia case here, the Hines Park jogger, led Livonia police to arrest Floyd Galloway Jr. For the attempted sexual assault here. Detectives investigating the Stieslicki case have spoken to Galloway in the past and have collected evidence. They are still looking at him as a person of interest in that case. Now, Evrod, what I've learned about Floyd Galloway Jr., that this time last summer, he was volunteering as an EMT in Berkeley at the fire department. The fire chief says he was only there a very brief time. That $750,000 bond, it's cash. If he's able to come up with it, Evrod, he'll have to wear a GPS tether so authorities can keep track of him.
All right, Sean Lay reporting live for us this afternoon. Sean, do we know anything about Galloway's criminal history? And his attorney mentioned that his wife supports him. Was she there supporting him in court this afternoon?
No, she is recovering from an illness. She was not here to support him, but the attorney did bring up that he has an old OWI, operating a motor vehicle under the influence. He says is very, very old. And the chief also mentioned that they did do a background check on him and didn't come up with anything. That's why he was volunteering for that short time as well. But a number of agencies now looking at him in a very strong way.
All righty, a story that we'll definitely be following. Sean, thank you. We should let you know our Local 4 defender, Karen Drew, sitting down right now with Danielle Stieslicki's parents for their first interview since what they're hoping is a big break in their daughter's case. Be sure to tune in to Local 4 News at 5 o'clock for this Defenders exclusive. Also breaking this afternoon, we've learned that a 46-year-old worker has died, falling 75 feet from a catwalk at the Little Caesars Arena site. Let's get right out to Rod Maloney, who's there outside of the arena. Rod, this is a horrible tragedy. What have you learned?
Yeah, well, what we've learned is that there are a lot of bits of information that are either conflicting or unconfirmable. We know a lot about what perhaps happened here, but we need to get the specifics on it, and we're still trying to nail that down. We know that there is an investigation ongoing from Barton Malow, the contractor, and also the state looking at what happened here this morning. The man fell to his death about 75 feet from a catwalk inside the new Little Caesars Arena. His body found on the floor near the bleacher area. Fellow workers immediately went to work trying to revive him, doing CPR. Detroit Deputy Fire Commissioner David Fornell said no one yet knows for certain how this happened other than a slip and a fall from that catwalk.
When we got on the scene, that's what they told us. He may have been on a ladder. That we don't know the details, but that's just the information we got as we arrived, and we weren't here very long. He was transported very quickly.
Contractor Barton Mallow CEO Ryan Maibach had precious little to say about this unusual workplace accident at Little Caesars Arena.
Can confirm that a serious incident occurred at the job site today. Our thoughts and prayers are with the individual and his family. We are gathering more information, and additional detail will be provided when appropriate.
Work stopped for the day almost immediately. Construction workers headed home with much to think about and much more to say.
Very quiet, very eerie feeling, and you always feel bad for him.
Oh, I feel sorry for the guy that died, and my heart goes out to his family.
We have to be more safe. That's what we was talking about. We have to be more safe and go home and hug your loved ones and whatnot, because you don't really know if it's going to be your last day here or not.
Now, the 46-year-old man who was considered to be an electrical worker for the lower stratus of electrical workers, the lesser of the voltage, was brought to receiving hospital. We're also told that we do not know when construction is going to resume because they had to stop everything this morning. Whether that starts again tomorrow, we're still waiting to hear. Back to you.
And Rod, we certainly are feeling for this victim's family at this moment. We saw a number of workers that you talked to. How many a day are usually out at the construction site?
At this point, Evrod, and I'm having difficulty hearing you, but there are about 1,100 workers out here. They left for home about an hour after this happened. Many of them dejected, many of them sad, and it was sort of an eerie silence that sort of overtook the neighborhood because nobody really wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, it's just a very tragic situation, Rod. Thank you for the update there. Want to get to breaking news right now that we're following from Royal Oak. That's where a search warrant is being executed at the Affordable Lab on Crooks Road near Northwood Boulevard. You're looking live there at the scene, live pictures from the scene. You can see a number of investigators still there. Police saying that this warrant is connected to another search warrant that's being executed on Mystique Street in Detroit. That's the latest information that we have, but we'll keep you updated as we get more details. Flint Airport stabbing suspect Amor Fatui was back in court this morning where a judge ordered him to remain in detention. Local 4 defender Kevin Dietz was in the courtroom, and Kevin, Fatui appeared to have mumbled something in court. Do you have any idea what he said?
Yeah, Fatui had a mask over his mouth for medical reasons, but you could still hear him mumble the words Allah Akbar. Those are the same words he allegedly said a week ago at the Flint Airport, where police say he stabbed a police officer in the neck. It's also one of the reasons this is being looked at as a terrorist investigation. Accused Flint Airport attacker Amor Fatui showed little emotion walking into the courtroom, chained at the waist, legs, and wrists, and wearing a mask over his mouth due to an undisclosed illness. U.S. attorneys offered no evidence today because Fatui volunteered to stay locked up pending trial. His attorneys saying they knew there was zero chance he would be released.
It's our burden to show by clear and convincing evidence that he's not a flight risk nor a danger to the community. And that I thought that although his personal factors absolutely lended themselves to bond, the nature of this offense and the fact that he does not have ties to the state of Michigan would result in a finding of detention by the court.
Fatui's attorney knows the violent knife attack at the Flint Airport of police officer Jeff Neville was on security cameras and is more than enough evidence to prevent bond in this case. In addition, Fatui has an immigration hold for undisclosed reasons that would have kept him locked up anyway.
And Mr. Fatui, you've heard the representations of your counsel that you are consenting to detention. Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
All right. In that case, I'm going to order that you be detained pending trial in this matter.
Now, Fatui was described as a lone wolf by the FBI at the time of the attack. Usually at a detention hearing like this, we can find out a lot more information about the investigation, what kind of evidence the FBI might have. But today, the U.S. attorneys didn't have to say anything because Fatui volunteered to stay locked up. He'll be back in court on July 5th. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Turning our attention to the forecast now, we could get close to 80 degrees this afternoon as we take a live look at the Detroit River and the Ambassador Bridge. Brandon, it's heating up already.
It is, and the humidity isn't real high yet, but the high clouds are starting to come in. We have 74 degrees right now, a little breezy, southwest winds 7 to 17, gusting over 20 at times, 77 at 2 p.m. and 4 o'clock. Near 80 degrees. These high clouds are a sign of a change. Heat, humidity, storms. I've got it all for you next.
Alrighty, Brendan, thank you. All day today, we are taking an in-depth look at the healthcare crisis. While the vote is on hold for right now, the fight isn't over just yet. At last count, 9 Republicans have refused to support the bill as is. Republican leadership now has at least 2 more weeks to try and get the needed votes. Lawmakers are heading home for the 4th of July break and expected to face intense pressure from their constituents. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with us this afternoon with a look at what's coming up. Doc?
Well, Evrod, today at 4, our Devin Skillian is looking at the politics behind the plans and how political gamesmanship is shaping the fight. Then at 5, I'll examine what is really in the current proposal and how it could affect you. Also, I'm teaming up with Help Me Hank.
Frank, experts say the biggest changes we could see here in Michigan affect those proposed cuts to Medicaid. How will that affect people living in our area? Also, many people get insurance through their employer, but there could be big changes there also. We'll break it down for you all day today on Local 4 News. Dr. McGeorge, back to you.
Well, thanks, Hank. You know, this is an issue that affects everyone, and we are tackling the healthcare crisis all day on Local 4 and clickondetroit.com. Evrod?
Alrighty, it is very important. New at noon, Ford recalls close to 400,000 vehicles. We'll tell you what the Detroit automaker says can cause vans and buses to suddenly lose power. But first, investigators reveal what caused a subway to derail in New York City, injuring at least 34 people. That's coming up next.
Our client.
A subway train derails violently, tossing people to the floor. This happened Tuesday in New York, and at least 34 people were hurt when their subway car hit a loose rail and went right off the track. Officials say the cause appears to be human error, not a track defect. The more than 3 dozen injured in this crash, thankfully, are all expected to be okay. New at noon now, the state of Michigan sues Flint. The state is alleging that the city council's failure to approve a recommendation to buy water long-term from a Detroit area system is endangering a public already troubled by a lead-tainted water crisis. The lawsuit was filed today in federal court, and the State Department of Environmental Quality had previously threatened legal action if the council did not approve Mayor Karen Weaver's recommendation or a reasonable alternative by Monday. Now let's get into a Help Me Hank alert for you. Ford recalling transit vans and buses to fix cracked drive shaft couplings that can cause the vehicles to lose power. The company is recalling more than 400,000 vans, buses, and cabs. The coupling can separate from the drive shaft, causing loss of power or movement while in park. Ford says that they've heard of no injuries or crashes from this issue. A growing wildfire forcing dozens of families out of their homes. We'll tell you why crews fear the worst still to come. Brandon?
Dry air all over the west and dry air here as well. So we fight off the first round of showers and storms, but we are tracking showers as we move through the end of the week and part of your weekend. We'll have details next.
Suburban Buick.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is hot, hot, hot outside, and what better way to cool down than with some ice cream?
Oh.
They're giving away free ice cream in Campus Martius in Cadillac Square.
Evrod is scooping.
And Kim DeJulio.
How much?
It's free.
I mean, how much are you scooping?
Oh, well, it depends on how many people come and how hot the weather gets this afternoon.
It's going to be warm. It's pretty decent out there, and it's not too muggy. We have high clouds coming in, and our Local 4 storm pins, Tom Holzer Ford. This is a free app under WDIV, and love sharing your pictures like this one from Dearborn Heights, and you see those high clouds in there. I had to take a closer look at this, and you look on the ground, and wait a minute. There's snow from this one. So this is an older picture, but we love to see them anyway. And Storm Pin's designed as a sort of social media way to share storm pictures so we can warn everybody as to what may be coming your way. So download it. It's free under WDIV in your app store. 74 degrees out there with a little southwest wind at 13, and that's bringing in the warm air. The high clouds keep on coming. At times we get a little bit of milky sunshine, and the best chance for any wet weather today will be extreme north zone. We're talking north of I-69 by about 7 p.m. Overnight tonight, some spotty showers will be coming through, so we'll watch out for that. But in the meantime, the Tigers' second game against the Royals tonight, 7:10 first pitch. Daniel Norris, I think, on the hill tonight. We do have high clouds that will be through or pouring into the area still, but no rain pouring from the skies. Temperatures mainly in the 70s, so we've advertised sweatshirts or light jackets the last, I guess, yesterday. Today, probably not necessary, but it's all relative to how you enjoy the temperatures, falling down through the 70s. High clouds are a sign of change normally, and that's exactly what we have coming. Showers and storms could produce some severe weather. Grand Rapids, Muskegon, parts of central and northern lower Michigan today. But we have dry air that's going to battle off this first round and maybe even second and third rounds coming in. Tomorrow we have a marginal or very weak chance for severe weather. Slight risk will be closer to the Ohio border. Today, again, not seeing much as we get to about 7:30. There are some showers way up north. And then we wait. Overnight, spotty stuff. You see the dry air fending a lot of this off. But through the morning, even this heavy rain that could be coming into our south zone, it's going to struggle, I think, to hold together. But we do expect a couple of waves early tomorrow, especially south zone. And then through the evening hours, what could be some stronger showers and storms as well. Warm and muggy for days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And that brings that recipe for showers and storms scattered, Evrod. So no washouts Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It does look like Sunday's the better weekend day.
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Thousands of town residents in central Arizona are being told to evacuate and continue evacuating as wildfire continues to spread. About 18,000 acres of burn near Prescott Valley north of Phoenix. The fire spread quickly from just 4,400 acres Tuesday morning. And at last word, the fire was only 1% contained. Windy conditions have made it pretty difficult for firefighters since they started fighting that fire on Monday. Well, you won't believe this. A fight starts at a Dollar Tree store in Georgia, and now 4 women are facing charges because of it. This is video from the incident that's been seen more than 100,000 times, all on social media. And as you can see, the fight was pretty large inside that store. Several women were involved, in fact. One of the women involved in the fight says that she didn't know some of the women. She didn't even know some of the women she was fighting. There are 4 women who will be charged in court next month. All right, still ahead, a rapper is taking a very unique approach, I guess you could say, to promote his new album. We'll tell you why not everyone is happy about all the attention that his new marketing campaign is getting. We're back in a moment.